Hi, I'm Tom Welsh.
I'm Taylor Fawcett.
And this is a little behind the scenes look at how we made the Welsh Sleeps Silent Speak music video a few weeks ago. This is I don't know how many it is actually, say the 9th music video that I've made of Welsh Sleeps now. And for this I kind of wanted to pitch something a little different and a little more elaborate than anything that I've done before for them. Basic treatment is it's a series of set builds and we switch between them with in-camera and practical transitions.
The idea is that you want to feel like you've been to all these different places and all these different sets, but actually the whole thing's constructed in one big warehouse space under one roof, all by us and the band.
Yeah, it was a relatively small production with just the 5 of the band and us two, and a couple of mates helping out. Normally on something like this you'd probably hire an art department, but we decided to quite naively do it all ourselves. The first few shots are made up of predominantly lighting transitions within the same space.
It was just about finding the most practical way of switching between those rooms in terms of actually logistically like building them.
Yeah.
In the time we had, what, 3 days shooting?
Four day build with 3 shoot days, but every set essentially had to be recycled into the other, so we built sort of 2 sets in the day and then in the evening would shoot both of them until 2 in the morning. So what I really like going into the bedroom scene is the camera movement changes quite dramatically from the sort of smooth, rounded movements we've had. Suddenly, I wanted this to feel much more visceral, like you're with Loz in this room.
And then hopefully we made it look kind of realistic enough that you do think you're just shooting in a bedroom, and then you turn around and all of a sudden you're like, hang on, there's this black space outside, are they in the warehouse, or have they done that in post?
Yeah.
And I think that's the kind of the theme, is that you want to kind of keep people guessing.
Yeah, and especially on this next shot here, you think, you wonder what's going to hold on next, but what's happened as you see, the band have ran out really quickly behind me, and then instead of a traditional, hard cut to another scene, we just have Loz take the camera to black. And that's really the heart of the video, is these, you almost don't know how you're going to get to the next scene, and I think that's what's most exciting for us.
Hopefully when you're watching this, it's fairly traditional, just nicely lit performance.
Yeah, letting the band do their thing.
Let them do their thing, but you want people to be thinking, right, how are they going to get into the next scene?
Yeah. And that's more one of the light transitions, and then we're back in the bedroom now, and I really wanted this to feel, even more intense than the last section. So you've got the full band in there, you've got, Sav playing drums, and again, because we've already established the space and established the transition, we sort of get to guess the next shot again.
One, yeah. Which is what we said. So the wall transition is something that we wanted to do practically, but because we had to use the same walls again, repaint them, band it to finish, paint them again, we had to do that in post. But obviously we had to match the speed, and we had to make it look remotely realistic, which I think we did. Yeah.
So even though this room is much bigger, but the same set of walls, and the way that we made them meant that we could, bring them in and out depending on the room. And this is the longest shot in the video. Near just over 50 seconds, and probably the hero transition of the music video, which is the mirror smash.
A secret door that will open with the frame after the camera comes through, after a mirror is smashed. Why not?
We had 3 mirrors, that was our second shot. We shot all 3, and basically below the mirror there is a hinge door that Taylor pulls open as I get close enough to just fit through it. And again, this sort of nods back to the shot of Sab outside the bedroom at first, is this, outside the room, back into this dark, empty space, and, another game of what do we do with it next, which is our most sort of fantasy element, the snow forest.
A forest in a warehouse with
snow.
Snow.
Again, same space, you're up on a cherry picker, about 20 foot with a snow machine, and then, again, a lighting transition, sort of fade to white, into our final scene, which is, this was the first scene we shot actually, and this was always supposed to be the most bare bones stripped back scene, which I kind of like actually holding to the end. This, on the other hand, we only had 1 take because we were actually really worried the walls were going to break.
Yeah. So what's nice about this end section is that, having seen Sleeps and stuff before, is that this is a little bit of a nod back to the Four Walls video.
Yeah, exactly.
Which I think, just the warehouse vibe and the sort of the pool of light that they're performing in, I think it's just a nice little, we're still the same band, and we're still...
Exactly, and that's really important to know that, a lot of the bands we have worked with would A, not be up for, and B, not know how to kind of approach something like this. So we relied a lot on the lads for just a kind of gung-ho attitude to getting stuck in.